giving our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Harakah, Badash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and salutes to all the sincere elect out there in this time of apostates, agents, and sellouts, and Jacob's trouble. So King David, one of King David's prayers here, prayer for protection against the wicked. And this is a prayer we should be putting every day. In so many words, you got so much to choose from in the book of Psalms, but then you got a lot of other prayers as well, which we're learning, and we've got elders who are particularly into the Hebrew, breaking it down to us in the Hebrew. So this one I haven't learned yet in the Hebrew, but I've got some I've learned as time's gone on, and also the one that the go-to one is the other one, Palau, the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Got to be reciting that and going over that from as often as possible. But there's, like I say, you got this prayer too. We're gonna read some of this, and Lord willing, to be edifying. Quick, not too straightforward, quick video. Lord willing, it's a prayer for protection against the wicked, because yes, we got they're firing on all cylinders. Well, not quite yet, but the momentum is building in the battle, right? The battle is getting ready to go in full effect, and Nero has been throwing words. He's been throwing words. He's more stout than his fellow, and he's gonna use that. It's really an imitation, intimidation tactic that he's been using. But we got something for him through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shimei Shai, because let's read. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. And that violent man is Esau. Right? When you chase his history back, he goes back to the Caucasus Mountain. But then you got Petra, you got Mount Seir, his spot, where he was chased up to because he was so violent. That caveman, wild man spirit. We couldn't live around him, and we chased him up away from. We had to isolate him, but he's out now. He's free. He's roving around, right? The fugitive is roving around, causing. Let's read 2. Which imagine mischief in their heart, roving around, not just imagining mischief. He imagine it in his heart because he don't sleep, and then when he wakes up, he puts it into practice. Micah 2. Which imagine mischief in their heart, continually are they gathered together for war. Right? Because yes, once again, the mischief maker. That's another word for him. Mischief maker, serpent, beast, beast man, harbinger of death, serpent. I said serpent. Devil, which means deceiver. Some of the words to describe this devil, right? So he's a mischief maker. Oh, fugitive, right, man. These some of the words that describe this devil, this beast man, this harbinger of death. And we're going to get into some of these words, Lord willing. As a matter of fact, I want that one now. Which imagine mischief in their heart, continually are they gathered together for war. Let's check this one out. Mischief. Right. Discreditable, malignant, bad, evil. This is a wicked man. And we live in a wicked place, ruled by wicked men. Right? When the wicked beareth rule, Proverbs 29, around 7. When the wicked beareth rule, the people sigh. So we got a whole heap of sighing and crying and worrying and wailing and begging and homelessness because the wicked man beareth rule. Misery, distress, injury. How much children was deleted in Iran, which they call it double tapping, right? In war, double tapping, targeting civilians, right? Bombing a place when they flee the place, which I've been learning that from one of our elders, big brothers. Double tapping. There's some future videos to do. When they flee a place, they go back or bomb a place. When the people then flee, um, believing that it's safe to go back, they go back. The people, the civilians, they go back and they bomb it again while the civilians are in there, feeling believing it's all safe and sound. Double tapping. As a matter of fact, let's take this opportunity, because I've done a little bit of fact checking on this word here. I went a little bit into the fact checking with double tapping. First of all, yep, that's what I came up with when I went into that word double tapping. What is double tapping? War. Double tapping is in war a tactic where a second strike missile, airstrike, or explosive is launched at the same target minutes after the first, deliberate, intended to maximize casualties by hitting first responders, civilians, or survivors. It is considered a violation of international humanitarian law and is a potential war crime. There you have it. So they may use a drone area warfare. A target is bombing. A second following up strike is launched 5 to 20 minutes later as an emergency personnel arrives. So they'll be bombing ambulances. Boy, if the Red Cross was there which the Red Cross is a fraud anyway, but if they saw a Red Cross van there, which is to help civil to calm down civil unrest or to help civilians, they bomb that, right? Because it's targeting, which is a war crime, targeting innocent civilians. Double tapping. Well, what's the other one? One of the elders mentioned on one of their lives from the central camp. They mentioned this one here. What? And I had to fact check this because yeah, war is damn right ugly, dirty, and vulgar. What was the Geneva Convention regarding war all about? Yeah, so I just wanted to get some background on this. The Geneva Convention are 4 1949 treaties forming the core of international humanitarian law, established to limit the barbarity of war by protecting people. Right, that's what it is, the Geneva Convention. Not taking part in fighting. Civilians, medics, and workers, and those who can no longer fight, wounded, sick, or captured soldiers. Right, but what are they doing? They're targeting these people in the war we see today, right? US and Iran are going at it right now, and others too. There's more taking place, and there's been a swore. One of the leaders has swore, the replacement leader now has swore to get vengeance, to get justice for his the original leader of Iran. As a matter of fact, let me ask. Let's make use of this double tapping. Let's get into some of this. I mean, I want that word there, mischief. But I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna wake up chat. I'm gonna shake him out of his slumber, out of his sleep on my tablet here, and make use of it. So yeah, let's get into some of this, Lord willing. Lord willing, be edifying video. So yeah, chat BT. Chat BT. Hello, chat. Hi, chat. What's popping, chat? Take your time. Don't sleep on me. Oh, don't sleep on me now. All right, let me get back. Let me tap on it again. Chat.
Hey, I'm here. What can I help you with today?
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to ask you. What was the name of the leader of the Iran, president of Iran? What was his name?
Sure. The current president of Iran is Masoud Pezeshkian. He took office on July 28, 2024. It's also important to note that in Iran's political system, the highest executive authority lies with the supreme leader.
All right. What was the one that was just died in this war with U.S. and Iran?
The recent Iranian leader. The leader you're referring to is Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran. He was confirmed killed in a U.S.-Israeli airstrike on February 28, 2026, marking a major escalation in the conflict between the U.S. and Iran.
All right, thank you. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a tongue twister for me, so I'm not going to try to pronounce it. But
Yeah, absolutely. No worries at all. It is a bit of a mouthful, especially with all those titles. If you need any further info about the situation, just let me know.
Now, I would like to ask you another question, chap.
Of course, I'm ready for your next question. What would you like to know?
What is the name of the new president, which is his replacement?
After the death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the presidency of Iran hasn't changed. Masoud Pezeshkian remains the current president, having taken office in July 2024. The succession affected the supreme leader instead. A three-person interim council took charge, and then Mojtaba Khamenei, his son, was elected as the new supreme leader on March 8, 2026.
All right. So his new supreme leader, which is his son. Yeah, his son was elected. All right, thank you, chap. Thank you, chap.
You're very welcome. Yeah, if you need anything else or just want to talk through more updates, I'm here. Just let me know.
Thank you.
Of course. Anytime, just reach out if anything else pops up, and I'll be ready to help.
So let me just read what he just said there. Chat. I asked him a couple of questions. Let me just read off what he just said. Ali Khamenei, the president of Iran, hasn't changed. That's the one that was deleted. Masoud, some tongue twisters here, but I'm going to read the latter part. It says, the supreme leader instead are three persons in Turin Council take charge, and their Mojtaba Khamenei, his son, was elected as the new supreme leader on March 8th, 2026 this year, and he's got some fighting words taking place. We're on the subject of war. We're on the subject of mischief, and let's get the point I just read. I just spoke about that double tapping, and the Geneva Convention, which when you break any of them, it's a war crime. So first convention was in 1949, protects wounded and sick soldiers on land. Second convention was in same time, 1949, protects wounded, sick, and shipwrecked military personnel at sea. But all these treaties have been broken. Fourth convention, 1949, focusing on protecting civilians, particularly in occupied territories. What are they doing? They're bombing schools. So war is barbaric. Fundamental protection, the rules mandate human treatment, prohibiting torture, murder, and cruel treatment of detainees. What happened with the Gulf? They found out what the American soldiers were doing to those soldiers out there. They was sodomizing them and doing all kinds of inhumane things to them. Boy, oh boy, protecting of non-combatants, medical facilities, personnel, civilians must not be targeted. Boy, all those things I've just mentioned, they're doing. And I just mentioned double tapping. So, boy, they've got crimes that they have to pay for. They've got crimes going up all the way up to heaven, says Revelation 18. All the way up to heaven. So Iran new supreme leader calls for national unity and says he will avenge the blood of our martyrs. that's the latest on that. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I turn on the news, when I'm going to watch the news later on today, I'm going to see some more. But there you have it. Evil, the subject of mischief, malignant. Enough said. Evil, wicked. I just wanted to catch up a little bit. I just wanted to put this on vinyl or digital. Right? In mischief. Any more words here? Right? And they gather together. Right? Which is the Most High mustering up. He's gathering them together. They're just puppets of the Most High. Right? He's gathering them today for the great war. Right? Armageddon. Right? Mountain of troops, and he's gonna let them go at it and slug each other out, and then when they're half slugged out, rolling around on the floor, half deleted, the Most High gonna come. Yahushua gonna come. He's gonna laser them up, put the finishing touches on. But we know there's other prophecies gonna have to take place first, which they all lined up nicely. So let's get back to where I was. Psalms 140:2. Which imagine mischief in their heart, continually they are gathered together for war. Once again, Most High is mustering up the host of the battle. La Yahweh Tazaba Awaf. Yeah. Most High be mustering up the host of the battle. La Yahweh Tazaba Awaf. His name and he mustering up the host of the battle. As a matter of fact, let me get the word is on the tip of my tongue. What I want to say. I'm gonna have to go to the scripture. I have to. It's all right. Or the Most High does everything for a reason. I said La Yahweh Tazaba Awaf. So I want Isaiah 13. It's on the tip of my tongue. Scriptures. I'm gonna let it come out here on my tablet. The noise of the Isaiah 13:4. The noise of a multitude in the mountain is like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdom of the nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts. Yeah, that's it. Lord of hosts. La Yahweh Tazaba Araf. Mustereth the host of the battle. Lord of hosts. Mustereth the host of the battle. The Wadayah Bashim Shai. Yeah. La Yahweh Tazaba Araf. Wow, and that's what's happening right now. We're in that moment, we're in that time, the beginning stages. They have sharpened their tongue like a serpent. The adder's poison is under their lips. Keep me, O Lord, right? They've sharpened their tongue like a serpent, man, yeah. They're throwing words, throwing arrows, and words can be like arrows. They can hurt. What is that old nursery rhyme I remember? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never. Yeah, words hurt, especially when you have the power to put them into practice. But the Most High say what? You're gonna break out their teeth, which is their power, right? And their words ain't gonna mean nothing when you can't talk. when you ain't got no power, you ain't got no teeth, and you can't talk. The Most High gonna pluck out their tongue. They have sharpened their tongue. The Most High gonna pluck out their tongue. Like a serpent, adder's poison is under their lips. Yeah, they ain't gonna have no more poison. Most are gonna take away, distract their poison, because the serpents have poison. Hence why they love to stick you, right, in their graveyards, the so-called NHS. They love to stick you with their poison. If you've noticed, they love to stick you because they want to stick that in you, the poison. Right, but most are going to take that, going to take the adder's poison, right? The serpent's adder's poison is under their lips. Most are going to distract them. He's going to take away their power, their teeth, right? So that a lion without his teeth, or any serpent without his poison, is defenseless and can't attack, and he's wounded, and the Most High going to do that. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. Yeah, one of the brothers brought this out, this precept, and I have to give credit where it's due, and I have to pull it up, and I have to just go into it and dissect a little bit of these words here. Yep, the Lord from his hands of the wicked, preserve me from the violent man. Yeah, so H2555. H2555. Violent, wrong, cruel, unjust, unjust, did it? Yeah, and the unjust system, they call it the justice system. It's really the unjust system where a lot of injustice be taking place. I mentioned the Central Park Five that Trump had the power over, and he said he said he wanted them he wanted to give them the death penalty, but they was innocent, and they was found innocent um, years later, and they was compensated for it, and Donald Trump wanted to um, give them the death sentence, and if he would have given them the death sentence after they was found innocent, then you give them the death sentence, and then down the line they found innocent. He wouldn't have given a flying monkeys, because we know his spirit, and we know that he's Nero 47 coming back, the devil, the spirit of a deceiver, a liar, right? So there you have it, violent, right? Damage, false, unjust. These people are unjust, unrighteous, violent, don't care, don't give a flying monkeys about the Most High's laws, the laws which come from the Bible, even in their lying, unjust system, which is a massive fraud. So we want to be preserved from these devils. Let's look at that. This one more word here. H5341. Yep. To catch, keep, right? Preserve me from these devils. Baba Kusha, Baba Kusha, Baba Kusha. Right? Watch over, keep. And that's the prayer. That's the prayer. Right? Some future prayers to learn, to put up in the English, and then also as well as in the Hebrew. Futures prayers to get into. I've got a lot, in my arsenal now. I've got more in my arsenal that I can call upon when necessary in the Hebrew. So preserve, yep. Watch over me. Keep us. Yep, King David was going in. Right? And this is a heavy hitter prayer, this one. Heavy hitter. Right? We don't underestimate the power of these affirmations from King David himself. Yep. 4. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. Last one here. The proud have hid a snare for me, and cords they have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me. We was talking about this in the yesterday's sit down. I wanted to get into the word, but now I'm going to take the opportunity to get into this word here, right? Which is all very similar words. The word here I want to look at is this one here, right? H4170. Jinn, right? Bait, lure, snare. That's all we are to them, right? We know was that guy Dr. Fauci, when that Lucy Juicy was introduced around 2000, was it 2022, around there, 2020, 2022, that period. He wanted to juice up all the 12 tribes. He said it in so many words. They're the problem, he was saying in so many words. Dr. Fauci, which is now wanted for crimes against humanity too. And that all backfired, because a lot of these people are been found guilty for crimes against humanity, the ones that was issuing that act. So the Wadi Hashim Shai, he kept us, protected us from that snare, which they was seeking at, which he particularly said, Dr. Fauci, is it Ian Fauci, or it's Fauci though, that's his surname. He said it's for, we want to stick all the Native American Indians, the Latinos, Negroes, and so-called Native American Indians. That's the ones he wanted to stick, and he said it out of his own mouth. So that was a snare. Some he did catch in the snare. Some, the ones that took heed to the Most High, was protected from the snare. So we got these other words here, which they're basically the same words in so many words, right? Cords, trap, right? There you have it. In so many words, they mean the same thing. Snare, snare and jinn. Oh, did we look up the word jinn? All right, last one here. H4170. Snare, very much the same, and jinn. Bait, lure, snare. So the what they are about Shimon Shai. Just wanted to make a point of that, get into this a little bit more just to dissect the prayer for protection against the wicked. And in so many different prayers that we have in our arsenal, put them up, Akim, make use of them. And as time goes on, yeah, you're gonna see the fruits of the labor of the Most High. He's gonna come, he's gonna intervene. There will be a divine intervention for his people. And we know he has showed forth in the past. He's gonna show forth in the future, in times to come. Not long now. The Wadaya Bashim Yoshai, Kala Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. We on to the next.